Alright, I think it's been enough time, and I think it's pretty safe to say that guess what, guys? I'm human and I can make mistakes. But honestly, this is why I love YouTube. Because, yes, there are a lot of people that are freaking jerks, and they really just come to the comment section to let you know how rude they are. But for the most part, 95% of you guys that let me know I was wrong about this, you guys were pretty freaking awesome. Like, you just let me know. You just wanted me to know the details, okay? You wanted me to know that I was wrong, and here are the facts. And that's why I will probably never quit being a YouTuber. That's why I will never quit on this channel. What is up, you guys? Welcome to the collective. My name is Furman, and in this video we are addressing the issue that is the controversial keycard situation. But before we get started, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright, let's get into it. Keycards. You love them. No, you don't actually. You love to hate them. And I've kind of grown to hate them too. When I saw what Nintendo has said about keycards, it sounded like a good idea. Like, if you're looking at it from a strictly like what they're quote unquote telling us that they're trying to achieve, essentially what they're doing is they're trying to make digital copies transferable. That is an excellent idea. I still hold that to be the case because it is a good idea. It's a digital copy that you can sell. It's a digital copy you can transfer. Yes, it doesn't come with the benefits of what digital copies usually come with, which is essentially not having to, switch out the cartridges and stuff like that. That's kind of a pain, but for the most part, it is really helpful. And with that in mind, it did sound like a good idea. It actually did sound like a good idea. However, you guys let me know what it actually is and what Nintendo is trying to achieve. And, at this point, this is just absolutely disgusting. And I absolutely hate all of this. I, for the life of me, do not understand, okay? So first off, the reason why companies, or most companies, aren't wanting to put their actual game on a cartridge is because of the fact that apparently, and I say allegedly because this is not 100% confirmed, but from what I've read, it looks like there's only 64 gig cartridges, and those are kind of expensive. They're like $15 a piece. So, I started seeing games like Bravely Default, the remastered version or whatever, or Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 going to Switch 2, but essentially being a key card. And I'm like, okay, I understand the bigger games being key cards because 64 gigs is probably not enough, but why are these tiny games not being put on the cartridge? And I have to assume that has something to do with that. The fact that for whatever reason Nintendo is either not selling these smaller, cheaper cartridges, or they're just too much money and it's just not worth actually making a physical copy of it. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense whatsoever, and I do not understand why Nintendo is doing this, other than the fact that, it's a money thing, which I understand. Try to make as much money as you want or as much money as you can, but at the same time, come on, man, like at least try to take care of the consumer. This, from what I thought, was actually pro-consumer. It is actually not. It is extremely anti-consumer, and it almost feels like a gigantic blow to the physical copy industry. Like the being able to buy games physically and have them and be able to play them whenever. Feels like Nintendo, of all people, is literally trying to kill this, and I don't understand why. I get it, it costs money, but like, we buy the games, and I know you're making a profit, because you're not going to do something that's not going to make you money. It's just not going to happen, okay? For the life of me, I do not understand why Nintendo is doing that. And yes, you guys did leave me a couple of comments that had your opinion on what you think they're doing, and some of them sounded pretty factual. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's probably just a money thing, and At this point, it really sucks because it, like, the Nintendo Switch 2's release trailer and all that, like, it was almost perfect. Like, everything was going so well. Everyone was excited about the new Switch 2. Everyone was loving the release. They were loving Mario Kart. And then we started talking about technical things, and that's when it all went downhill. That's when everyone was just like, wait a second, what's going on here? I didn't sign up for this. This is absolutely insane. I know that the $450 price tag and the $500 price tag for the one that brings Mario Kart in it did scare people. I know that was pretty scary, but honestly, I wanted the console to be that much because I knew that it was going to bring the tech that would make it make sense, okay? And honestly, what we got more than I thought we were gonna get, if we're being honest, okay? Yes, it's an LCD display, but it's not just a regular LCD. Like, I cannot emphasize that enough. Please, if you learn anything from this video, just learn the fact that OLED is not the best screen tech, okay? It is not. It's one of the best. You could probably even put it second, third place, but it's not the best. There's new tech that's coming out that's a lot better. And, you know, to explain it even better, LCD is not the worst tech either, okay? It really isn't. LCD displays have come a long way. So we're getting an LCD display that does HDR, and I mean, it's 1080p, and it literally does 120 frames. That is unbelievable, okay? That is insane. And then plugged in, docked, we're getting 4K 60. What more could you ask for? What more could you ask for? It really is crazy because, man, we are just a few short weeks away. We're like, what, almost 2 weeks now? Yeah, we're like literally like 2 weeks away from the Switch 2's launch, and I cannot believe that. I am super excited. And, you know, a little praise report here, which is kind of crazy, but my schedule on Wednesday night got changed. I usually close Wednesdays, okay? I get off at 10 o'clock. And so I was mourning that because I wasn't going to be able to go to the Switch 2's launch. But somehow I'm working in the morning. My schedule got changed and I'm doing the morning shift. So I will be there. I am going to be at GameStop in Muldoon, if you guys are in Alaska. So yeah, if you guys are watching this channel and you guys are a fan of it and you live in Alaska, come see me because I will be there. And probably if I don't get scared or if I'm not feeling super shy, I'm going to try to interview some people and get their thoughts on what they think about the Switch 2 and the future of the Switch 2. So what's going to happen, what they're hoping for, all of that good burp. All of that good stuff. But yeah, to wrap up the video, thank you guys for being so freaking awesome. And, you know, you can really tell the difference. You can tell when somebody genuinely wants to, you know, inform you that you're mistaken versus the rest of the douchebags, which really weren't too many. It was probably like 5 or 10. But the rest of the douchebags that were just like, I mean, they just hate just to be hateful, okay? They just come in there and they come in with their negativity and they're just mad and they're just upset at life and they want to take it out on you. And, you know, we don't have time for that in this channel. We absolutely do not have time for that, okay? We're here and the only things we're talking about is gaming. And hopefully eventually we'll be able to talk about anime and wrestling and other things. But, you know, that's what we're here for, okay? We're here to talk about games. Oh, my goodness, it's hot. Alright guys, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now if you did, please let me know in the comments section. But as always guys, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. And we will see you guys on the next video. Peace! So remember how I told you I haven't been able to play on my Switch? Like, I just haven't had the will to play my Switch anymore, okay? I have been... It's a little dirty. I have been exclusively playing my 3DS. Now, I was playing the smaller Pokemon 20th anniversary or 25th anniversary 3DS, but the screens were just too small and it was just a little too cramped. So I think I'm just going to retire that so it's in the best condition that I can get it. And somehow I found online that you can literally transfer save data if your 3DSs are unlocked. So that's what I ended up doing. I was playing Pokemon Crystal. I was like 40 or 50 hours in, and I wanted to keep playing it, but I wanted to keep playing my save file. So I looked up a video and I found out that you can transfer your save data. So that's what I did, and now my hands don't hurt anymore because I'm playing it on the big Mumbo Jumbo Pikachu 3DS. Yes. Also, Pikachu looks adorable in this. He's like laying down. Looks pretty cool. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.